Hello everybody, it's Stefan Joubert from the Stefan Joubert Guitar Academy. In today's video, I'm going to speak to you about the 2-5-1 progression, and I'm going to talk about something that my students have asked me about, and that is how can we combine the diatonic major scale into the 2-5-1 progression. Because a lot of times when we start in jazz, we learn the 2-5-1 progression, so that would be D minor 7, going to G7, going to C major 7, and we learn the arpeggios. So we would be playing something like D minor 7th, G dominant 7th, and then C major 7th. Which is great, but my students wanted to know how to combine that with the diatonic scale. So let's look at that. So we're going to take a look at the key of C. I'll play the string group 1, 3, 6 for the D minor 7th. So this is the D on the 10th fret of the 6th string, and I'm doing that so that we can get to this first position C major 7, because I want to keep it in the same area, which will be on string group 1, 4 and 6. And then you've got C major 7th, utilizing root notes 1, 4, 6. Root on the first string, on the 4th string and the 6th string. And we can use that then to take a look at how to play the basic C major scale with the 2-5-1. So let's get into it. The first thing I need you to do is to get to know your string groups. So let's look at D minor 7th. Now in the 2-5-1 progression, D is the second chord in the scale of C. The scale of C has the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Sounds pretty simple, and it is, but it's important, and I'll use my fingers to demonstrate that, to know that we've got 7 notes. I know this sounds blindingly obvious, but to some people out there it's very complex, and I want to make it easier. So you've got a C, D, E, F, G, and then A, B. So it's a 7-note scale in total, and we're going to look at the chords on the 2nd, the 5th and the 1st degree of the scale. So you're going to have C, D, which is the second one, which is a D minor 7, C, D, E, F, G. The 5th chord is always a dominant 7th, so it's a G dominant 7th. Second chord is minor 7th, 5th chord is dominant 7th. So we have C, D on the 2nd degree, minor 7th, E, F, G on the 5th degree, dominant 7th. So it's a D minor 7th that goes to a G7, comes back to the root note, which is the C major 7th. C can be thought of as a house. It's a tonic, it's a home, it's a return to point. So what we have is we've got a sub-dominant flavored chord. These are classical terms, which is a D minor 7th that goes to a dominant chord where the tension lies. So you can feel tension in that. That returns back home. So that's the whole thing with jazz, classical, and all Western styles. You've got, or diatonic styles, where you go through the tonic, which diatonic means through the tonic. You have the subdominant, which moves away from home, which is in this case D minor 7th. And not that much tension there, it's just the starting point. But it is not home. And then we would go to the G7th, and that's where the tension lies. And that returns back home to the C major 7th. So what I want to discuss with you is now using that in this area here, which is going to be frets 10, 9, 8 and 7. We'll take a look at the 2-5-1 progression, arpeggios, and then the scale as well. So D minor 7th. Root note on the 1st string, root note on the 3rd string, and root note on the 6th string. So we've got 10th fret, 7th fret and 10th fret. I call this string group 1, 3, 6. For me that's a position 5, not just for me but for all guitarists, of the D minor 7th arpeggio. So you've got flat 7th root, flat 3rd, 5th, flat 7th root, flat 3rd, 5th, flat 7th root. 1, 3, 6. That's your D minor 7th arpeggio. Make it in 2. And then we can take a look at the G dominant 7th arpeggio in the same area. That's going to give us a string group of 2-5, When you hear string group 2-5, that means position 3. I've got the 8th fret on 2, 10th fret on 5. String group 2-5, it's a position 3 arpeggio. Root, 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 root. And this particular shape has got something cool, and that is if I play the first finger and I play the 4th finger, I can jump to the 3rd string and I can jump to the 1st string. So I can play 7-10, 7-10, 7-10. Quite symmetrical. And that's all inside of that shape. So that is in position 3 for the G. And finally to the C major 7, we've got string group 1, 4, 6, meaning the root notes lies on the 1st string, the 4th string and the 6th string. On the 1st string is the 8th fret, on the 4th string is the 10th fret, on the 6th string is the 8th fret. Now, this is what we're going to do. I'll play the scale. Excellent, you can see it there. So then what we'll do is just briefly discuss the C major here. So what is cool here is you've got this fall down shape. You see it's kind of slanted diagonally, so I can do, it's easy to do sweeps with that. So nice little, you can remember that for some licks that you want to do on C major 7th. A lot you can do around that little shape. Now let's play the C major scale. So I'm playing the standard C major scale. If you want this material, look in the description below. There's a nice PDF that you can just download. You don't have to sign up to anything. Do leave a thumbs up, do like the videos, do come back to the channel, please subscribe, that I'd like you to do. But you can just go in the description, download the tab and even play along. C major scale. It's a standard C major scale, you know, it's like 8, 10, 7, 8, 10, 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10, 8, 10, 7, 8, 10. Standard C major scale. Now, how can we combine it? Let me show you some examples. What we can do, and what I want you to do is, first of all, just take a track out. You can use some applications. There's one called iReal Pro, and you can play with that. So you could count with that and basically put a bar of D minor 7th, a bar of G 7th, and 2 bars of C major 7th. So that would go like this. And I'll play the arpeggios first to just show you. Let's take a look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, D minor 7, 2, 3, 4, G dominant 7th, 3, 4, C major 7th, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is basically arpeggios. That's in a sort of academic way. I wouldn't necessarily improvise straight off on a jazz standard like that, but I like it if my students practice in that way and then later flavor it and make it more free. Just first to get to know the scale, the arpeggio well, because groundwork first and then we can build upon that. You build a house. Now, what we can do is we can do the same but then add the scale in. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Scale 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Arpeggio. 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 Scale. Arpeggio. Scale. scale, arpeggio, arpeggio, and we can add some rhythms in, add the scale, scale, You see the idea. So you can mix scale and arpeggio together. And what are you doing? You're basically, if you analyze it, you're playing what they call the Dorian scale, D Dorian, on the 2 chord, the G Mixolydian on the 5 chord, and the C Ionian chord on the 1st chord. So when you hear the modal names, D Dorian, don't let that faze you. You can just think of it, second iteration of the major scale. It's the same as C major, it's just starting from the 2nd point. So you're playing a C major, but from the 2nd point, and you're playing a G major, a C major, but from the 5th point, for the G dominant 7th, or in this case here, and then for the C major 7th, you're playing it from the 1st point, which is the Ionian. So that's what I would like you to experiment with. Just playing the basic 1, a 2, a 3, a 4 formula, along with maybe a bit more arpeggios. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, into the scale. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, 2, 3, 4, arpeggio. 1, 2, 3, 4, arpeggios. 1, 2, 3, 4, scale in triplets. And then you can try to jam with basically the scale and the arpeggio together. This is all in this area. You should be able to do it in this area as well. Or even in this area. So basically anywhere on the guitar neck you should be able to combine the scale and the arpeggio together. So that's a nice little lesson there for you on the 251s, adding scale and arpeggio, because scale arpeggio works together, and then later you can add licks as well, such as or maybe a lick such as this. So there's lots and lots of things you can do, but I want to leave you with this. Just try this out, just have fun with it, and yeah, like the video, please give me a thumbs up, download the material, leave a comment below, and I look forward to speaking with you in the next video together, and we'll share some more on guitar in general, jazz guitar, rock guitar, blues guitar, whatever things around the guitar. I'll share some of my knowledge with you and help you make great progress. Wishing you the best of success in your life, your guitar playing, and everything that you do. And remember, you are a success busy happening. Nothing can stop you. Life is for those who goes for it, and you're one of those who go for it because you're watching this channel and you've got a good attitude. And this channel is all about having a great mindset and believing that you can make things happen and make your life a success. So I wish you the best, and we'll speak in the next video. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing.